大家好. Hello everyone. My name is Kurt. Thank you for joining me as we learn beautiful Chinese. The beauty of this channel is that we're all learning together. Let's take a look at what we've learned so far. This is my little catalog. I'm gonna keep this with me, write down every single character that we've gone over. Well, to help me remember, of course. I might even have to go through some of the videos that I upload if I forget. So, I've already written the characters and the translation down. I think this is probably the quickest and best, and I think this is just the best way to do it. Alright, so what do you think? We're video number 6. We're about halfway on page 1, maybe a little more. All right, so let's go over. I'm going to go on this side. Let's go over the definitions. So the first character means son or child. Sorry, son or child. I might have to get me something to drink. Whew. Okay. The second character, car. The third character is cow or ox. The fourth character, father. The fifth character it can mean female, woman, or daughter. So all girls, so that's real easy. And the last one, I didn't even write down the definition. All right, here we go. It's a whale, like a water whale, not well if you say so, not that kind of whale. The place where you get water. So I'll put water whale. Okay, so it's a whale. It's a whale. All right, so don't forget 3 characters down here. It's actually a question. This is actually the equivalent of a question mark. I'll let you know that. Sure, why not? So this is the equivalent of a question mark in Chinese. They don't use question marks. They use commas, they use periods, I think they use everything punctuation-wise that we would use except for a question mark. A question mark is no exclamation. An exclamation point is also a character. So an exclamation point and a question mark, instead of it being punctuation like we have it in English, it is a Chinese character. All right, let's go over these 6 characters, and we're going to go over their stroke order. Okay, this first one it's only 2 strokes. It's quite easy. You guys remember the character 4? You guys remember this? What's in there? If you take the box out, what do you have? You have son or child. So because that's a different stroke order, I'm going to show you how to draw it. It's only 2 strokes, so on the left first and then the right one. That has a slight curve. This second one has a bigger hook, a bigger curve. And it kind of goes back up on the second one. Just 2 strokes. That means son or child. Alright, the next one, car. You start with the top character, the top line, and this one is actually like, okay, you see how there are 3 lines? I don't know if you can see it this far away. There are 3 horizontal lines. Think about the number 3. The first stroke was the middle-sized one. The third one's going to be the second one in the middle is going to be the shortest, the smallest. And the third one on the bottom will be the longest character. I said character again. Keep saying character. is the longest stroke of the character, the longest horizontal stroke. But this one kind of is slightly different than 3. You start at the top at an angle, and then you go. So that's really supposed to be a straight. Sorry, let me do that again. Let me do that again. Straight line, and then an angle. The angle is not supposed to have a curve to it. So this one is like, as you can see, this is the shortest one, the smallest one. Now you have to draw this line, this vertical line, but the last one is the bottom. The last stroke is the third horizontal line. That's the longest line. This is car. This means car. In some cases, you can use it for electric car, different kinds of cars, but this is automobile car. Next is cow or ox. All right, you start with this angle line, and you're going down. You start from the top, go down, and then you do this first horizontal line. But now you got to do the vertical line, and the last one. That it looks like the number 2, right? We have the 2, but you have the angle first stroke, second stroke, third stroke, fourth stroke. All right, this is cow or ox. All right. Number 4, father. This is father. So you start with these 2 at the top. They're considered dots. They would call them dots. So you do the first dot on the left and then the second dot on the right. So 1, 2 strokes, and then you go back on the left side. 3, 4. Okay? Left, right, 4 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Father. This one is father. Alright, this character, I'll be honest with you, this is the hardest character for me to draw. It's just the different shapes and angles that are involved in this one. This one is female or woman or daughter. Alright. So the tallest line is actually the very first stroke that you make. And you kind of angle it to the left. You start from the top, angle it from to the left, and you do this swoop. The second one, you're doing 3 strokes. So 1, because you don't take your hand off. You don't take it off of the board, off of the paper. Then the second one kind of does a X, kind of. Well, I wouldn't call it X. It's crossing the first stroke. Let's put it that way. At an angle. And the last one is on the top. So this one is really tough to make. It's really tough to draw. I mean, this might be considered. I mean, people will recognize it. Chinese people they'll understand that. But it's very difficult for me. I had a hard time drawing this. So this is female, a woman, or daughter. And number 6, the last one, is well. All right, you start with the top 2. You see it has the number 2 in the middle, number 2. So you start with the first one going horizontal. You do both horizontal lines first. And you do the second one, which is longer than the first one. That's longer. All right, my hand's getting a little worn out. Okay, and then, now they're going to end up even, okay, at the bottom. But the third stroke, so stroke 1, stroke 2, the third stroke hooks. Okay, so straight line, and it hooks at the end. The fourth stroke just goes straight down. And I've seen some fonts, actually, I have seen some fonts where this last line is actually a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. But some fonts probably have them even. So this is the water well, where you get water out of the well. All right. So that's 4 strokes. So we learned son or child, car, cow or ox, father, female, woman or daughter, and then a water well. Okay guys, we have added 6 more objects, and then most of them have about 3 strokes. And so what do you think? How hard is it? Do you find this difficult? I would add to this that if we were learning the Mandarin, we would be adding, we would, not only are we going to have to recognize these characters, we're going to have to remember how to say them. So I'm kind of bringing part of the equation out. We're just going to learn how to translate them into English. What do you think? Are you guys having a good time? Are you interested? Am I a little too boring? Should I do something to make this a little more interesting for you? Anyway, tell me. Watch it anyway, like, subscribe. If you're enjoying it, please stick around, and we will. I will make 3 more videos next week. This is number 6. This is my last video of this week, and I'm just about to load them onto YouTube. Okay? Stick around. Tell me what you think. Comment down below. And if you guys can figure this out, I already told you that this is a question mark. This is the equivalent of a question mark. So this is a question. It's a phrase. It's a phrase. It's a phrase, but it's a question, meaning it has more than one word. Okay. See you guys later. 下次见. That means see you later. Okay? 再见. Bye bye.